Hey everyone, Backyard Farmer Pat here. Well, today I'm in my kitchen and I was just about to prepare some food for the week, and I'm working on these cocoa. So these cocoa, otherwise known as malanga, they are delicious starchy tuber. So these are actually like a ground provision. They grow on the ground just like how yams grow on the ground. And I have a couple different kinds here. These small ones, I mean, in Jamaica, we call all of these cocoa. Some people call the larger ones dasheen, but I don't like the very big ones. I like these smaller ones. So these small ones, like these wrong ones, in the store, you might see them as, sometimes you see them as Malanga, but other times you see them as Eddo, Eddo. And these cocoa, we have white cocoa and we have purple cocoa. I bought one of each. So this one I think is the white one that I just cut, or this might be purple, I'm not sure. But here, this one for sure is a purple one. So I'm gonna cut this one to let you see what it looks like on the inside. Okay. Yes, so this is a purple one. This is what it looks like. And I'm gonna boil it. You boil it just like a potato. You eat it instead of potatoes or the same way you eat yams. It has a slight sweetness to it versus a regular yam. And by yam, I don't mean sweet potatoes, candied yams. I mean Jamaican kind of yellow starchy yam. So this is a starchy food. As a matter of fact, what I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna cook one Eddo and I'm gonna cook one of the purple cocoa, and we're gonna do a taste test to see which one tastes better, and I'll kind of describe it as I go along. As you notice, I cut the top off of each because backyard farmer Pat, I'm constantly looking to see how I can grow more food. And I actually had bought some extra Eddo about a week ago, and I have four of them planted in a pot outside because these, whether you call it Eddo or some countries call it Yautica, regardless of what you call it, these grow into beautiful elephant ears. So these are edible elephant ears. You eat the roots, grow into these tubers or these cocoa, and then the leaves above are just a beautiful plant or elephant ear, and the leaves are also edible once you cook them. So I believe that these can grow just like this. For the ones I started so far, and I'll go in the garden and show you, I planted the entire Eddo. I bought four and I planted all four, but the entire one. But I saw on A Home Gardener, it's an old video that she had from like a year ago. She just sliced off pieces and put them in the water, and they grew. I'm slicing mine a little bit thick because I know the stored energy in here will help it to generate better. I want to make sure we develop good roots. So, and I have a plate of water. I'm not putting this in a bowl. I'm just putting this in a plate of water here. And I'm going to start these here. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut these up. I'm going to peel them. You peel off the skin. I'm going to cut them up, boil them, and then we're going to do a taste test. Come to think of it, when A Home Gardener did hers, she actually peeled the skin and she even planted the skin. Even the skins grew roots. So that's going to be an excellent test. I know she did her video a year ago, and I'm going to try it here. When I peel it, I'm not going to dump the skin. I'm going to actually see if I can catch roots on the skin. And hopefully the roots will be enough energy to generate tubers and to generate leaves. One of the things that I love about cocoa, not only do I love it, Jamaicans, we love to have our cocoa in our soup. You can't have a good pot of beef soup without some cocoa in there. Plus, you can eat it just as a side dish. Instead of potatoes, you can have a cocoa. But I'm gonna be planting a ton of cocoa throughout the garden because I'm all about beauty, the aesthetics. I'm all about the beauty and the food. So if I can plant food that gives me beautiful leaves as well as gives me a lot of food on the ground, it's a win-win. So I plan on catching these cocoa and then planting them throughout the garden so that I can have elephant ears throughout. All right, so before I start peeling, because I'm getting hungry right now, so before I start peeling, I'm gonna go ahead and add some salt to the so that it's ready for me. Ready for the cocoa. Right? Cover it up so it starts boiling fast, and it will be ready by the time I start peeling. All right, so let's start peeling. I switched to a slightly duller knife because I tell you that knife, it's a brand new knife, it's a ceramic knife, and it's so sharp. So I'm just going for my regular knife because that knife, it feels like if I make a slight slip, it's gonna just slice my finger off. So it's very, very easy to peel. Some traditional yams like the white yam or the yellow yam, they're a lot, a little bit more hard to peel, but this peels extremely easily. And as I said, some of the skin, not some, I think all the skin I'm gonna try and see if I can catch roots. Then I'm gonna do a test to see not just how they catch roots, but how they actually develop tubers versus um, versus planting the whole malanga. So I slice it up. These are like maybe 2 inch, like about 3/4 inch thick and about 2 inches across. I'm just slicing it simply like this, so it's ready for the water. So here is my purple malanga, also known as Yautica lila, or coco. Since I cut the top off these, I'm gonna make 2 of these. I don't know if I've actually tried the small Eddo before, but I know it's in the same Malanga family or cocoa family, and I know I love cocoa, and I always love to try new things. So if it's a ground provision, it's gonna be a great food to have in the yard, and also a great food to have if times get tough. You can dig up some cocoa and make your sides, or you can boil a pot of soup with your cocoa. So here we go again. To make sure that it boils consistently, make sure the pieces are consistent in thickness. Otherwise, some are gonna cook faster than the others. So I have my purple cocoa cut up, and now we're gonna move on to the Eddo. And I can feel right away the Eddo is a lot firmer. And look, it's lily white. It's completely white. Take this label off. This piece, I'm gonna place it in the plate. And I'm gonna place, this is off the bottom, I'm gonna place that in too. This is actually the purple malanga. I'm gonna place the bottom on there too. This would be really awesome if this grows, because that means I wouldn't have to be sacrificing any cocoa, or I wouldn't have to be like putting it in the ground and wasting the whole thing. Not that it's a waste because it's growing food, but if I can get the skin to grow, that would really be amazing, because then I can eat the food, and then grow additional potatoes from the skin. You see, like this right here, you see that eye? That will eventually grow into a leaf, into leaves above. So I'm gonna cut this deep. All right. So I'm gonna have lots of, if all the skins generate roots, I'm gonna have lots of malanga growing. So here we go. Here it is. So now I'm gonna slice this one up. I made it slightly thinner, but then again, it is a lot firmer than the other one. This one is a little bit thick. I'm gonna cut this one more time. Yes. If you have any kind of Caribbean stores or Spanish stores, grocery stores, you should be able to find these in any Spanish grocery store. Some Asian stores will also have it. Just move a little bit faster on here. Get this done. My water is already boiling. Oh my gosh, my water is already boiling. So let's get this Malanga Coco Dashin. Let's get it in the water so I can have my lunch. All right, so here it is, nicely washed. Wash it well. And now I'm gonna put it into the pot with the boiling water. The salted boiling water. You wanna make sure that you salt your water, right? Because if you have, of course, if you have high blood pressure and your doctor says don't use salt, don't use salt. But anyway, if you add a little bit of salt to the water, it just brings out the flavor better. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover it up, but I'm not gonna cover it flat. I'm gonna have it at the pot cover at an angle so it doesn't overflow. But I'm gonna boil this for 20 minutes, and I'm gonna take a fork and stick it just to make sure that they're soft. If they're not soft, I'll let them boil a little bit longer. So in the meantime, I'm gonna get my salmon cooked while this boils. All right, so while the pot was boiling, I put the cocoa on for 20 minutes. I just whipped up some salmon. I just sliced it up, seasoned it up, just some simple seasonings. And I'm gonna fry my salmon and then simmer it down. I didn't even put a lot of herbs on this one. Really, this is a quick lunch. So all I added to it was one of my Thai chili peppers because I like to get a little heat. And just a very simple seasoning with some oyster sauce, some sweet chili sauce, because I do love that taste, the sweet chili sauce taste. So, well, we have 12 minutes left for the cocoa. The salmon is only going to take me probably less than 10 minutes, so everything should be ready around the same time. I don't know who I'm fooling. You guys know I'm a sucker for rosemary. I absolutely love rosemary on salmon and chicken and fish and potatoes. I love rosemary. So I just went and got a couple sprigs. The rosemary is very, very strong, very aromatic, and I'm just gonna cut a couple sprigs on my salmon. This is gonna be more than enough. The flavor is gonna really come through. You can put it in whole. You can put it in whole like this, or just cut it up. I just cut it up on top. All right, the timer just went off. Okay, so let's see how our cocoa is looking. You guys see, I didn't put the top on fully. I just kind of catch it. Jamaicans, we say catch, meaning we didn't put it on fully. And I don't have a cover, so let me just, I don't have a handle, so let me just pull this off and turn this. Well, I'm not going to turn it off yet. Let's check and see if it's ready. So if I push my fork in, oh, it goes in easily. So it looks like that's ready. Now let me check the Eddo. Ooh, both are going through very soft, very easily. The fork is going through very easily. So let me check on my salmon, because I just started the salmon at the same time, right after I put in the potatoes. Ooh, salmon is looking great. And this is just some salmon slices. I just sliced it up actually after. So salmon cooks super fast. I sliced it up, washed it off, everything after I put the potatoes in. So in just 20 minutes, I was able to season it, and it looks like it's about ready. Let me just check. Let's take this fork, taste a little piece. Hope I don't burn my tongue off. All right, perfection. All I added was I had some sweet and sour sauce, some oyster sauce, little light garlic powder, onion powder. No, I didn't use any onion powder. Garlic powder, a little sea salt. Then I added some Thai chili peppers and a little rosemary from the garden, and it's absolute perfection. A little tip that I can give you guys when you're doing salmon. I always fry it. I fry the salmon, season up the salmon well. I fry it with the skin down first. For those who don't like to eat the actual skin, that loosens up the skin so it's easy to just peel off. So I did that a little bit ago. I already peeled off the skin. Sometimes if the dogs are really good, I'll give them a treat and give them some of the skin. But tell the truth, it's so delicious and the skin is so well seasoned that half of the times it doesn't make it to the dog. I already ate like 2 pieces of the skin while I was waiting. Yeah, but the salmon is ready, so I'm going to turn it off. Now we're gonna do our taste test with our Eddo and Malanga, or two different kinds of Malanga. Okay, it's a small lunch. It's a lunchtime, so it's not. I'm not having anything big, but I have one piece of each. The Eddo, which is a white one, and the purple cocoa, and these are just a array of tomatoes from my garden. The yellow ones are my favorite. I picked these this morning, and believe me, these barely made it to the plate because I just pop them like cherries. They're so sweet. Anyway, let's get to the taste test. All right. Thank you, Lord, for this meal. Thank you, Lord. All right, so first we're gonna try the Eddo. It's very soft, very nice. It's very easy to break off once it's cooked. So this is what it looks like. And let's try it. It's good. It just melts into your mouth very easily. Sometimes, like if you eat a yam, you have to like chew it, but this literally just melted in my mouth. The Eddo. It's really important to salt the water. You guys saw I salted the water before I cooked it because it really enhances the flavor. Don't use too much salt because you don't want it to be salty, but make sure you have enough salt at least. Not that you want to taste the salt, but you want to taste the best of the malanga. Same thing if you're boiling potatoes, you add a little salt. So very smooth. Basically just melts into my mouth. I really like this one. So let's try the cocoa. And I know I've had cocoa 100 times. But let's try this purple cocoa. I can't tell you for sure if what I've had in soup is the purple or the... I probably had both, but let's try the purple cocoa so we can compare. I'm going to grow both in my garden and I'm going to enjoy both, I'm pretty sure. So now for the purple malanga. So it's also very smooth. It's also very smooth. This one has a little bit more of a... Is it like a creamier taste or... Actually, both of them are pretty darn good. I can't really tell which one I prefer. I think they're both very good. This one might be a little bit smoother, but they're both very smooth. I can see this will probably make delicious mashed malanga if like you mash this up, or maybe I could even fry it. I'm gonna definitely try different things because I have a couple more. I'm gonna try different things with this, but it's definitely something that I'm gonna be growing throughout my garden. It's something I would definitely recommend. If you wanna, I'm very big on sweet potatoes because it can eat the vines while the potatoes develop underground. But it's the same thing for the malanga. And then you have variety in your garden. You have the beautiful elephant ears throughout the garden. People just think it's just a beautiful plant when it's really food. So I plan on planting this throughout my garden. Anyway, I forgot that the whole purpose was to show you how to grow malanga. So let's go see what I have grown in the garden. First, first let me just get a bite of my fish. Salmon is delicious. Let's try the salmon with the Eddo. Okay. All right. So let's go check on the plants outside now. All right, let's go check on my malanga. I have them over here in my waiting area. This is an area that I keep some cuttings, seedlings, different mainly cuttings and seedlings that when I haven't decided where I'm going to put them yet. So I stuck 4 malanga in this pot probably about a week ago. And there are other things in here. I have red ginger, other things in here. So I don't see any breaking ground yet. Let's look. Oh, hey. All right. We have one here. There's a beautiful malanga. It has broken ground. Let me just cover that back up. What I'll do is once it fully breaks ground, I'll go ahead and plant it out. Let's see if there are any more. Oh, all right. right. Wait, is that a malanga? Yep, yep. Here's another malanga. Here's another malanga. So they're coming up nicely. These are Eddos, which are the round ones. And yeah, these are the Eddos, the round ones. I have some red ginger and other things in here. Anyway, guys, just wanted to show you really quickly how I'm planting my malanga, my Eddo, Coco, Dashin, Taro, whatever you want to call it. But it's a delicious food, it's a healthy food, and not only that, it gives the most beautiful leaves. What I'm gonna do is, once these spring up, I'm gonna put these throughout the garden. It's like a beautiful elephant ear plant, so you're getting food on the ground while you're enjoying the beauty of the elephant ear. Anyway, guys, till next time, let's go plant a seed today. Let's grow and eat our own healthy food, and don't forget to share this video, share what you're growing with others, and share with me. Let me know what you're growing in your garden. Till next time, bye now. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'm basically posting daily video clips and pictures on what I'm growing in my garden. Till next time, bye now. Hey guys, wanted to give you a quick update on the skins and the tops that I put in the water. So it's been 2 days on the patio. This is 2 days later, and definitely you can see growth on the skins. Look at that one. You see that little red tip? So definitely I'm seeing some growth. I don't see any roots yet, but I can see growth in different ones. Look at that. So I am definitely gonna be placing these. So I'm gonna leave them here till they actually form roots. It's only been 2 days, and then I'm gonna place this throughout my garden.